house, a gun with the wind. It's just me and the ground beneath my feet. I feel so alive.
I'm Helen Finch and I'm a fundraiser for Research Autism. We've been going for about 10 years and we were set up because people with autism and their families found that after a diagnosis it was very difficult to decide from a large number of possible treatments and therapies which would be the best one to try. So we've set up a website which pulls together all the research data that's out there and helps people make an informed decision about which treatments and therapies might be best for them to try. We also commission research where there are gaps in information. As you can imagine, we need some money to be able to do that, and I'm a trust fundraiser at Research Autism, and I've used quite a few different tools in my work. The Charity Commission's website is extremely useful. But trust funding is a tool that I use regularly. It's helped me to put together a database of trusts and foundations that work in our areas, so their criteria for funding meets what we do. It can be quite difficult to find funders, especially for things like research, which not every funder necessarily has the kind of long-term view to see that research can be useful to people. But we've managed to find several funders, or in fact a few hundred funders who we think are likely to be interested in our work. So my job is to find core funding, just to help us keep the organisation going, to help us make sure the website stays up to date, to ensure that we're being strategic about what we're doing. But we also need to find funding for projects such as our research projects. For example, recently we have been fundraising for a project which will test how useful mentoring is to people with autism in improving their quality of life. And we've been very happy that we found some trusts who've been willing to fund that, so that's been really useful. Trust funding is also useful because we get updates, so we put in search criteria into the database, and on the basis of that we get sent regular emails which tell us about any changes that may have occurred. So it might be the contact details that have changed, a trust might review their criteria, and those bulletins do keep us up to date.
So alive.